It's your boy Metal. Here doing an impromptu smoker live. I have the smoker ready to go. Got some beautiful T-bones on there going. And yeah, just making some dinner for the family here. Got the fuzzy mic on here. Don't know if anybody's even going to join or jump in and get the notifications, because the algorithmic overlords love to cuck every time that I go live. Anytime I put a video, anytime I do a post. So I know I must be hitting the mark with different things. So make sure you're jumping over there and checking out that Spotify, because that's where I get real spicy. So today I'm doing the grilling thing, doing the smoker here, and got the Double Broken Heels Hazy by New Trail. Saintly, good to see you, brother. Sir Bobber Hamothy, Brother Lark, good to see you guys. I'm here to not do school. Well, then don't do the school. Gen X, good to see you, brother. I just had speaking of Gen X and all the fun with cats. No, good to see you, man. Good to see you, buddy. I just had some fun with the cats. When I came out, the garage door didn't shut all the way. And whenever I was out here getting the grill cleaned up, getting the smoker cleaned up and everything else, Noveski was right here next to me, just in a loaf formation with her paws tucked, looked up at me like, hey, Dad. The door was hanging wide open. I know I shut it. So somebody kicked down the door like they were damn police. Nova was over here by me, and Peaches J was over there by the freaking steps. So I had to go cat wrangling with the wide open garage door. 1984 again, Rick. Good to see you, brother. No, we got a lot of damage, but a lot of it's cleaned up already out here. I passed Somerset REC earlier today when I was coming through town, and they had a bucket truck, and then they had an F-150 with a bunch of just junk in the back of it from storm damage. Pieces of cross arms. They had a 70-7 Y-tie, which is like those yellow things that go on the wires that come down from the telephone poles. They had those. So they had a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I know what they're going to get on their next order. So while I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to reach in here, and I'm going to flip this around. Yeah, doing some T-bones for me and the wife and the little one, 21-year-old. Saintly, your dog's got some PTSD from the Nam. We know it's not Vietnam, so it's got to be Fayette Nam, or Nam, New Jersey. Ooh, this is going to be some good food here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, this is insane. This is insane, guys. Wait till I flip this camera around to show these things. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, that's what's up. Roof Garden, Somerset, PA. Hoo-ah. So yeah, get them going a little bit. I'm gonna kill the flame broil on them. Jacob 2A, good to see you, brother. Yeah, dinner at Metal's house. Big bearded warrior. Good to see you, brother Jackson. Hope all is well with you, man. Yeah, since y'all just joined, let me show you what we got going on. Boom. Got the T-beezies going. Yeah. You hit flip and then the camera doesn't flip, and it's stupid. But drinking the let me get the can spun since I only got one hand here. Double Broken Heels by New Trail here in Williamsport, PA. Got the 9.2 horsepower. Good solid beer. Good solid beer. I was going to choke down one of those back roads or back countries or Brokeback Mountains or whatever the hell they were that I had on the live with Andrew the other night. But I'm like, no, I'm having a good steak. I'm going to have a good beer. Dude, the audio. Candy Corso, good to see you, man. The audio doesn't always work the best for me when I use my phone. I had to literally take my OtterBox and everything off to be able to put the dongle in this Type-C to be able to hook the little fluffy mic up, the new fluffy mics. Yeah, and then I'm running around like raw dogging my phone. Jackson, you got my number, bro. Hit me up. Hit me up, man. If you're up in the AO. Another brother is going to be up in the AO here beginning of next month. We'll talk about that later. Because there's going to be some cool stuff happen. Yeah, I got the lawn mowing Marpat boonie hat. I put it up in the cowboy hat configuration for today. I always wear the boonie cats whenever I'm out doing lawn work and working outside and stuff. But yeah, Moose Knuckle Ale. I have had Moose Drool and Bear Whiz beer from out in Montana. They are actually really good. The names are funny, but the beer is good. This is actually the Double Broken Heels Hazy. It's a double hazy, weighing in at 9.2 horsepower. Very solid hazy. Enjoy it quite much. Definitely a super underrated hat. I mean, love these things. Got kind of like the camo cowboy, so to speak. And I think these guys are about good. I'm going to flip them back over here. Get a little checksy doodle on them. Technical term for grilling, checksy doodle. But check these and see if I can flip them and drop the heat. Oh yeah, I can flip them and I can drop the heat now. And just let them go. Nice and slow and low. Oh yeah. Because I got some time here because the wife's not going to be back from her checkout from work until later. So I'm going to go down to like about like a 2:15. And I'm going to separate them off the center so they're getting smoke and getting warmed so I can warm them to death. No, these things are going to be like freaking beautifully pink and bloody in the middle. Himanshu Jain, good to see you. Thanks for throwing up the medal. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, I love these hats. No, Daddy's not been drinking. I literally just cracked this beer. Just came out here and cracked it while on camera. But here's to you guys. It's been a long day. Been up since like 4. I was off today. I took the day off. Originally because, the cat's out of the bag. The boys were up here in Ohio for the Bama boys. Bobby Bama, Bad Dream, Prepared Citizens. They were up here in Ohio for Modern Minuteman's Sear Challenge. And they were going to pop out here today. And this Smoker Live is in honor of those gentlemen completing the Sear Challenge, getting through with that. And hats off to Prepared C for being the top dog there. But, yeah, we were supposed to be doing this Smoker Live together. So I am, yeah, just fine with the Smoker having T-bones here tonight. But, yeah, they were originally going to come out here and hang. But unfortunately, they were not able to. So it's all good. Is this beer? This is beer. This is beer. It is a New Trail Double Broken Heels, Double Hazy IPA, weighing in at 9.2 horsepower, coming to us from New Trail Brewing out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And it's a great mainstream beer up in this area. Love it. It's good stuff. So I'm going to get in on this. Cheers. This guy here, Himanshu, it was like, I think it was like around $3. It's a 19.2 ounce can, so it's the same size as what my double Fog Monsters are that I drink, which are my notorious, that's my channel's beer. Are they strong? It's not strong tasting or strong flavor. It's actually pretty mellow and chill, but the 9.2 horsepower, if you put this down, it's going to put you down. Yeah, it's got some heavy weightness to it. So yeah, it's strong, but it's not like strong like a whiskey or something and put you on your butt. So we got the kabooms, and they're just chilling, low heat. Yeah, that's food. So some guys did not get to see the live with Andrew and I Saturday night, and that's cool. That's cool. I suggest you go back and replay crew that shit at about the 32-minute mark. I got him again. Remember the whole Daddy's Been Drinking shirt thing? Yeah. Well, I kind of did similar things. So that's twice now I've got Andrew. Old Monk. I do not know Old Monk. I know some old monks from my time in martial arts and studying Kung Fu, but I don't know like Old Monk beer or anything like that. Stick with your 104 horsepower bourbon. Oh, I got some 104 in there. I got some 119. I got some 130. Got another 100. Yeah, I got a lot of them in there. Lark, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. There's more proof the algorithmic overlords are trying to like kneecap us cool guys. Whatever. They can suck it from behind. Just saying. They can suck it from behind. Yeah, Big Bearded Warrior, you end up here, brother. Hit me up, man. Hit me up, brother. Oh, okay. I am not familiar with that. Yeah, I don't know if we have that around here. I'll remember it, but yeah, I'll see if I can get it because I got some homies that can get some hookups from other areas and from out of the country and stuff like that. So, Scotch whiskey, bourbon, or rum for me, please. Oh, I'm there with you, Candy Corso. I don't dislike rum. I like rum, but when I drink rum, I want to become Jack Sparrow, and I become a pirate. When I drink scotch, I want to carry around a claymore and wear a kilt. When I'm drinking my whiskey and bourbon, I feel pretty freaking yeehaw, and I like feeling yeehaw. And speaking of yeehaw stuff, got a PSA I'm going to be putting out here for whoever's listening, whoever wants to listen, whatever, listen or not. I don't care. I just have to say it. Okay. When it comes to making a purchase with kit, with gear, with guns, with accessories, with anything, if you can look at it and say, yeah, that's something I need to check off a box for something I am lacking. This is going to give me a skill set. This is going to enable me to do something that I cannot do that I need to do. Okay? Yeah, and I'm talking about the Minuteman type stuff and prepared individual type stuff right now. If it checks a box, you can justify it. I use the rule of 3. If I can find 3 reasons why that piece of whatever item I need, it doesn't serve a function of, hey, it looks cool, or hey, it's something that I saw some gun tuber talking about, because we all know that gun tubers are just going to try and push what they're trying to promote, right? Don't fall for the traps. Don't fall for the traps. If you can check the box that it becomes something that you need to check, one of those boxes in your inventory is something you need to fill a gap, go for it. if you don't need it. If it's a want and you don't have the money for it, just want it because it might be cool or might be flashy or it might be green instead of purple or whatever. I don't care. Grizzly Warrior, good to see you. TMT brother, good to see you. I am smoking meat, and I'll show you the meat that I'm smoking. It's just kind of chilling at a lower temp right now, but here we go. Boom. It's just hanging at a lower temp. Got the sear gone. Sear's good to go, and it's just sitting in there just chilling while I talk to you beautiful people. And no, I do not know any Bollywood songs. I listen to Bloodywood, which is Bollywood type metal music. I listen to that, hence my name, Metal. Yeah, love my metal music. Anyway, if something checks off your box to fill a gap and a void in your list of things that you do need to have to be proficient or to be able to do certain things in your skill set, okay? If you're a mechanic and you need an impact, is this impact going to check the boxes that I need checked to serve me to pull lugs on wheels, to break free bolts, to do things like that? If it's going to check that, hi buddy. If it's going to check those boxes, okay, you can justify that. You do not need validation. You don't need to reach out to the community and be like, hey, can you validate me buying this? No, you're already validated because it's something you freaking need. If it's something you want, okay, fine. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, what to get, what not to get. But don't put yourself in a position where you're going to end up with restless gun syndrome, restless kit syndrome, or having buyer's remorse. They always say buy once, cry once, right? I've talked about this on the podcast on Spotify. You got the buy once, cry once people. You should, if you're buying something, you shouldn't be crying at all, because you should be totally on solid ground when you make that purchase, because it is what you need. If it's something you want, hey, I bought a fucking Lambo, right? Himanshu, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Take care over there. If it's something you want, cool. If you bought a Lambo, if you're hooked up like mainly off grid and you can have a Lambo, go for it. But then don't go out to the community at large and try to get them to validate your purchase of a Lambo. It's cool. It's for you. It's whatever. I don't care. But then don't double back on it and be like, well, maybe I shouldn't have bought that Lambo, and then talk yourself out of the fact that you bought the Lambo and have that buyer's remorse. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're buying kit and gear. You're going to be like, man, I don't even use that stupid thing. I bought it. It was $300 and it just sits there. Or, hey, I'm going to sell it now for $100 to my buddy because he needs something. Make wise decisions. Buy once, cry once is bullshit for me, because you shouldn't be crying whenever you're purchasing something. It should be a solid, justified rationale and logic. Reason. Here's an example. I'm gonna call you out for it, Lark. Lark and I and Robert have been going back and forth talking about different stuff for Lark for an AR. And he sent me this stuff that is really cool, like this knight and the skull and stuff for around the magwell and stuff. I had those. They got in the freaking way. It's just a gadget or widget or gimmick to put on your magwell. Yeah, it looks cool, but it serves no functional purpose, and they get in the way when you're doing loads and reloads. It's kind of a hindrance. Don't waste your money. Now, if you want a flared magwell, that's a different case, because that gives you that funnel to get that mag slit right up into the happy spot. An AR in 22-250, what I am understanding, I don't have the ARC expert in here. Everything Vaughn, good to see you. Thanks for joining. What I understand is the 22 ARC is very, very, very similar to the 22-250. For me, if I could get an AR in 243, oh, I would love it. I would love to have an AR in 22, 250, 243. Oh, be amazing. There are this, I think it's a Bilson is a company, Bilson Arms or something like that. They have an AR that is a pump to rack it rather than have a charging handle in the back. It has like where the handguard is, it slides like so far, like almost like a Remington 7600 or 760, but it's not a pump every shot. It's pump it to rack it and only pump it to rack it. That's all you do. That thing is pretty freaking sick. Thank you, Candy Corso. That is Bilson. Yeah, Vaughn's a sister. My Vaughn over here next door, it's a dude. But that's a sister. Exactly, Saintly. You got to take that time to ponder stuff. There's the impulse buys. And a lot of times we end up regretting impulse buys. I just spent $500 on this that I'm kind of like, why did I get that? When I could have got that instead, which I actually needed instead of something stupid I just wanted. I don't have to go and buy. I'm not crapping on anybody that goes and buys all kinds of guns and whatnot. To each their own. Some people are collectors. Some people are tactical Todds, and they have to have 50 Glock 19s with the high-end red dots and the high-end lights and the high-end this and the high-end that and all this and all that. And then they can't afford to buy ammo to put into their pistols. They can't make their truck payment. They can't pay their power bill. They can't do things like normal people should be able to do, right? Then you got people that collect, okay? I'm somewhat of a collector. I have family and friends that are collectors. I love World War II era guns. I really do. So I would get a Mosin. I would get a Mauser. I would get a Springfield. I would get an Enfield. Something in that category, you know, like that. I'd go that route. Okay, so I like Glocks. I'm just saying Glocks. Because there's many calibers and there's many gens. Okay? I get, just say Gen 3. I like all the Gen 3 series. I want to collect that whole entire thing like Pokemon cards, right? Okay, I can understand that. Why are you going to buy 5 Glock 19s of the same, like, 2 generations? No, and Tactical Todd cannot run 100 yards. He cannot. He is right there in the realm of Mega Mel, right? Listen to the podcast. You'll hear all about Tactical Todd. Don't be the Todd. Collecting's fine. I get it. But then whenever you have your 25th Glock 43 or clone, and you're trying to be like, man, I really would like to get a shotgun. Because shotgun is something I always wanted to get into. And I never got into shotgun. I want to get a shotgun, but man, I really can't afford it. Hey, how about offloading some of them other pistols and stuff? Get the shotgun you're looking at. Do your research. Do your homework. There's enough information out there about all of this stuff and enough channels and videos here on the interwebs that you can research this stuff pretty dang well before you make your purchase. Sometimes if you're part of a community, somebody might actually even have something like that. I don't know, you can check out and kind of get a good feel for and be like, man, you know what? I really don't like this Mossberg 500. Maybe I like this Remington 870 better. Maybe, pump action isn't my way. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I should look at a semi. There's always an answer. And whenever you have people answer questions for you, you have in the community, say, hey, here's my experience. I know this does this, that does that. I have worked with this, and I know the ins and outs of said whatever. Okay? and you get good, solid advice, there's no need to keep running around in the community asking for the same advice from different people when they're telling you literally the same thing that the first people answered for you. The research you did before that answered for you. Because then you're just beating a dead horse. You already got the answers, but then you act like, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You were taught. You were told. You were brought into the fold. You got your questions answered. You don't need to keep asking the same question over and over again, expecting a different answer whenever it's a common answer, when it's logic. Just saying. Exactly, TMT. It's about being fit and having skills, not collecting shit and being 500 pounds. And that's totally truth. That is totally truth. I'm down to 183. I've been fluxing back and forth between 187 and 183. I'm back down in the 183 realm. And I want to get down below 180. And I want to get reshaping this former Greek god physique I had at one point. I want to get back to that. I can still truck weight. I was talking to Robert yesterday while I was processing some scrap. And the buckets I was carrying were 50 pounds a piece. I was carrying 2 of them, 100 pounds per load. He heard me grunting and groaning with every single one of them. But you know what? I was carrying 2 by 2, and I was picking them up, putting them in the back of my truck to haul. I was still putting in the work. You got to put in work. Parts and spring kits. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Parts, spring kits, extra firing pins. I'd even go as far as say extra trigger parts. I'd even, in some cases, I would recommend having extra gas tubes and extra barrels around too, just in case. The same weight as you were when you graduated high school. Man, that must be nice. When was that, Kenny Corso? Last week? I'm just playing. No, when I went to go into the Army, I was 180 pounds. I dropped down to 155 when I got out. DOD, I fluxed right in around 165 after the DOD stint. I stayed in like 170 realm, but I was still living in the gym. I was still doing all that kind of stuff, still teaching martial arts. Was doing MMA at the time. Yeah, I kept pretty physically active, but then life and work and terrible diet and not being able to keep up. What was my MOS? When I started out, I went in as an 18 X-ray. Then I said goodbye and I went back in and I went in as a DOD contractor. And that was that. Pre-going to the Army, I had originally signed up as a 63 Sierra, and they said, that ain't good enough. No, we're putting you into 18 X-ray program, buddy. I said, whatever, I don't even know what that is. So I did stuff and things and whatnot, and here I am, like many years later, 25 years later, 26 years later, just an electrician and a general dude. I'm just a dude, okay? No, Lark, you don't look like you're 2. You don't look like you're 2. Dude, I saw something about SOCOM. They were looking at as we get a little Piper flying over, Piper Cub. We had, what was it? In that video, it was I think it was a 6.5 Norma that they were looking at to replace the scars and the Army Combat Ninja. Yeah. I'll tell you what, daisies. Go over. There's a link in my on my channel here. You can go listen to the podcast and hear all all the tails. Yeah, they were talking about doing that 6.5 Norma without having to do swaps, and switching it over battle rifles all to 6.5 Norma, which is basically 6.5, like it's a bastard child. If the 6.5 Creedmoor and the 6.5 Grendel and the 6mm arc all had a menage a trois, then yeah, it's a pretty stellar caliber from what I've seen ballistically. No, I was not a medic. I was not an 18 Bravo. But I hung out with a lot of uniforms. I hung out with a lot of Echoes. I hung out with a few Charlies. I hung out with the old 11 Chucks. Hung out with quite a few 11 X-rays. Hung out with quite a few 11 Bravos. And a couple 88 mics. Now, Robert Ham, he went through Ranger School. Robert Ham went through Ranger School. But yeah, that 6.5. Oh. I know Bad Dream loves the 6 arc, and I think 6 arc is a great freaking round. For me, the 6.5 round, the 6.5 Grendel, and the 6.5 Creedmoor, I freaking love those. Same projectile, 2 different casings, different primers, but I can get dope very similar between my bolt action Creedmoor and my 6.5 semi-auto. Twin Gen, Unc, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Unc. I am up here doing this because it is an impromptu smoker live. I am doing up some T-bones for the family. Yeah. Eating good in this neighborhood. For doxing reasons, I will not talk about my unit. That, and plus there's also NDAs out there. So, yeah, these steaks have been seared off. They are just in there, just keeping warm. That's it. I got it super low temp, so they are just chilling. Going to end up being like between a medium rare for the girls and then a rare for me. TD, good to see you, brother. Been a minute, man. Now, I'm not here to talk about all the military crap today. I'm here to talk about steaks. I'm here to talk about making good decisions. I'm here to talk about being smart about what you're doing and when you're doing it. Not to keep spamming the chats. Oh, this guy is full of shit. Oh, aren't you? Yeah, I did it. Just come in. I guarantee you that little Daisy whatever don't know their ass from applesauce. And then when I come in here and start trying to talk that, like you said, Robert, 18 X-ray is the MOS designation for SF. Like it was until they killed the program. But no, I'm here to talk about stuff, not military BS. Yeah, I'm not a SEAL. I don't have a Hollywood contract. I'm not wearing preferred stock or Drakkar or something like that. I'm not drinking, I'm drinking beer, right? I'm not drinking martinis and shit like that. Whatever. Anyway, idiots are going to be idiots. Don't care. Don't care. Makes no matter to me. All beer is good for you. This is actually this is the, as I posture it here for the flip, it's the New Trail Double Broken Heels Double Hazy IPA weighing in at 9.2 horsepower. Come to us from Williamsport, PA. My life is not all about beer. I do other stuff other than beer. I smoke amazing food. I do stuff, okay? I do things. And sometimes I get into whatnot, okay? I am a drummer. I play the drums. I like talking about other stuff other than just the military life. That was a lifetime ago. TD, you live in Williamsport, PA now? I know you used to live up that way. Used to. I know you're down in AZ now, but yeah, Williamsport, they got the New Trail. Dude, it's been, what Lark said, it's been freaking humid and hot here. Sassy, good to see ya. Get rid of my chew. Right, Twin Jen? That was a whole nother lifetime ago. I did some things, did some stuff, seen some things, whatever. That's not who I am. Person's far more than their MOS. Because a lot of times, whenever you get pulled into the military, it doesn't matter what branch you're in. You end up in a job that you got no interest in. You just do the job. That's it. How old am I? I'm old enough to know better, still too young to care. Oh, Candy Corso, here it has been like humid because we had a bunch of storms running through. And I mean, it was like a monsoon. We ended up losing power for a few hours. The rain was coming down in like 5-gallon buckets sideways. Yeah, it was not good. A lot of outages, a lot of trees down, poles down, all kinds of stuff. Some of the trees they don't even have picked up and cleaned up yet. I'll find out when I go back to work tomorrow what the damage actually was. But yeah, man, it just got so humid. So freaking humid. Humidities. Oh yeah, it's been like when I was working yesterday over at the old folks home, when I was talking to Robert, it was oh man. It was crotch pot cooking, to say the least. Making ball soup. I mean, it was terrible. Terrible. Saintly, I am glad that you rub your own meat. I as long as this isn't 1,000 angry tugs with broken glass just so you can feel. Oh, let me check on these little bibbies here. Oh yeah, they looking good. That whole flip thing happened like was happening with me and Aya. So you guys that do content creating, if you have that happen when you're flipping the camera and it kicks you out, hit your plus on your phone. Hit that plus like you're going to start a new live, and it'll ask you if you want to resume. Hit that resume, and it'll bring you right back where you left off. Twin Gen, brother, I'm telling you what, man. If you want to come up and have some steaks off the smoker, oh, I got you, man. I got you. Lark can tell you I don't play when it comes to my steaks. Him and his wife got to have some steaks I did. They're no joke. They're no joke. And these steaks right here, Bobby Bama, prepared citizens, y'all missing out. Y'all missing out. My dude with the, I'm going to call you V2 because I see V2 in your name. I don't understand the kanji or characters they are, but I'm going to call you V2. Robert is popping off. Robert's the man. Twin Gen Unk, you find your way up in PA, man. I got you. I got you. £1,700 black Angus steer in the freezer. Ooh, I'd love to put some Angus in the freezer. Gonna harass the neighbor. What's she doing, baby girl? How's she getting gunk on her car?
That like thing that she had that held her phone.
Yeah.
The like plastic or something underneath.
Yeah, it was the cell phone mount that.
It started to like melt down. So she tried wiping it apparently, but it does not look good.
I told her to use alcohol. Alcohol worked good.
Oh no.
I don't mean like whiskey or vodka or anything. I mean like actual alcohol. Not the good stuff we can ingest, but the other stuff that we can't. We can only clean and do stuff with. Sterilize. Yeah, I would love to be able to throw a cow in the freezer here. That'd be amazing. But unfortunately, all my hookups for cow from the farms to get that much, ooh, it's pricey. It's really pricey. And what I think is kind of funny is the fact that the little G is messing around with the whole screwworm thing. Yeah, and all your protein powders and stuff, for all you guys that do the protein powders, pay attention to the ingredients in your proteins for your protein powders, because they're trying to slide them crickets in there. Yeah, they're giving it a different name. They're not calling it crickets, but they're putting that cricket protein in there, and they're finding when testing that cricket that a lot of them have arsenic. So people are getting arsenic poison from their protein powders. So you got to be very careful and read your damn labels. Close to everything. Yeah, I am Confidence Reloaded in Vaughn. I believe they're both out by Philly, whereas I'm out by Pittsburgh. I'm out by the Steel City. We're Yinzers out this way. I speak some Yinzer and Jagoff and such. Yeah, I used to live out that way. I used to live out Lancaster County, out by the Amish. And many moons ago, circus like 99 through 04, lived out that way. But yeah, they're on the opposite side of state from me and Lark. Lark's about 2 hours north of me, I think it was. Exactly, Candy Corso. Not all protein is created evil, and yes, Sassy, they will poison anything if they get the chance. That's just what they do. Just what they do. The tyrants are going to tyrant. They don't want strong community. And it's what I think is funny is you get into these spaces like we are right here. We all come from different paths, different walks of life. We all find common threads. We all bond. They don't want us to bond. And some of us, we end up trauma bonding because we've been through the same stuff in our past, right? So they don't want that community. They don't want that bond. Twin Gen, my email is here on my channel. Send me an email, Unc. tinman.tactical.apparel@gmail. Lark, you go get that grass did. Yeah, Amish country there too. 3 farms, 3/4 mile. Yo, I know how it is. I used to work for an Amish company. We did solar and hydro and wind. I was an Amish electrician. We set up all the lights on the buggies and the charging systems with the solar panels for the buggy lights and everything. Unc, I don't do Instagram. I don't do the gram. On Facebook, I'm on Twix. I'm here on the YouTubes. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Telegram, but I am not on the Instagram. But I'll get with you, Unc. But yeah, I wanted to throw out that PSA there about, you know, doing your research, doing your homework. I'm always talking on the podcast about people doing their homework, doing their researches, doing that stuff to gather that knowledge and gathering that those cranial calisthenics, the mental gymnastics. Brother Randall, good to see you, sir. Hell of a premiere you had. Hell of a premiere. And I feel terrible that bison stew was like Chef Boyardee. That's terrible. And my brother's trying to call me right now while I'm doing a live stream. Go figure. I'll call him back later after dinner. But no, I mean do your homework. Ask your people in your community, give their opinions. No need to come back around and ask them the opinion on the same thing again and again and again. And there's the wifey. I love you. Safe travels. She says hi, everybody. She's got to go do work stuff. Check up on the meats here. Exactly, St. Lee. Due diligence. The old trust but verify. You got to do the homework. And if somebody answers your questions and people answer your questions, no need to keep asking the same questions over and over and over again, knowing you're going to get the same answer. I am not a huge salmon fan, Robert. I just can't get into the salmons. I used to like tuna. I used to like salmon, like when I was a kid, allegedly, from what my parents told me. But I just don't get down with them fishes like that anymore. Just how it is. I think my phone tried to connect to the wife's SUV as she was leaving. Yeah, I mean, tastes do change with time. Like, that is 100,000,000% correct, Robert, or Randall. I looked down and I saw Robert's name, but it was Randall that said it. No, it's like I've never been into condiments. Never liked man, never did the condiments, anything like that. I don't crap on anybody that likes that stuff. It's all you. I'm a plain Jane kind of eater. Cool. Made it simple for me, not messy, simple. I like simple taste. But there are certain things that I liked when I was a kid that I don't like now. There are things that I like now that I never liked when I was younger. It just happens. Like, I never did Brussels sprouts. Would not touch Brussels sprouts. Didn't like zucchini, didn't like fried zucchini, none of that kind of Blame that beautiful lady that just left here. She got me into Brussels sprouts, fried zucchini, squash, eating all that kind of stuff. Do Brussels in bacon grease and garlic. Amazing. Mach 1 Stang, yes, zucchini is delicious. When I was a kid, I was like, gross. Now, oh yeah. Zucchini boats, fried zucchini, steamed zucchini, zucchini fries. Oh yeah. Dipping them in marinara is good. Is good stuff. Cauliflower. I like cauliflower. I like the cauliflower. I don't get into like the cauliflower crust stuff for pizza and all that kind of stuff. I like raw cauliflower and I like, like the steamed cauliflower. I like that. I don't get into all the funny ways of doing all that stuff. Roasted, I'm fine with that. But like cauliflower pizza crust, nah, no thanks. I like the real pizza crust, like the good. Saintly, black licorice is one of those things that either you love it or you hate it. Hey guys. Well, fracking awesome there. That's Mando. What's up, homie? Good to see you, my G. But yeah, like black licorice, it's either you love it or hate it. The missus, she love her some black licorice. Me, I can't stand it. Yeah, I think the reason that I don't like black licorice is there was this candy when I was a little guy. I was like maybe 4 years old or something like that. I was with my parents. We went to a friend of theirs house, and they had a candy bowl full of the Black Crows. They were like the black licorice candies, kind of like Now and Later's or whatever, or Mike and Ike's. They're like Mike and Ike's, but they're like the black licorice ones. And I ate so many that I got sick. And yeah, ever since then, I don't do the black licorice. Now I could drink Jaeger. I could drink some Jaeger. But I'm not doing black licorice. Ain't happening. Dude, Mando, that does not surprise me. I can see the fat man doing that. Guys, the youngest was with our next door neighbor. They went down. She had to do her drug test and everything for a job with the ICU. Oh, check this out. Check this out. I have a robin that has built a nest in my gutter. And she just came and dropped a worm for her babies. It's kind of cool. But anyway, she went to go do her drug test, and they ended up going to Target and stuff like that. And M found a toy for Magnus. I'm going to abandon the smoker for a moment to go get this toy because it's just freaking cool. Hi, Mags. So here is the toy, the IPA, and it's got a in it. It's like a can. It's an IPA, and the boy loves it. It's my boy. So that's like one of the coolest dog toys ever, and he absolutely freaking loves that thing. And now the goodest boy has his own IPA. Oh, guys, it's a damn shame that I have to eat such terrible food. I mean, oh, I'm just suffering over here. Just suffering. Send help. Really? Send help. Send help. As our boy Covert Breakout is up in the land of the water meats. He is up in Maine right now on a vacation. I swear, like, every day he's out drinking, like, the best beers. Oh, soy-based meat. I got some soy for you, boy. But, yeah, he's out enjoying the water meat land up there in the New Englands, up in Maine. Yeah, QRF inbound, right? But, yeah, he's got some rucking time in. He's getting to see some beautiful scenery, getting some what sound like pretty damn good beers. He's getting all kinds of water meat in his diet. He's probably going to come back and he's going to be just tired of water meat for a while. Trunk stumbling around the house. Dude, that is hilarious. I need to find one of those for my granddaughter for whenever Punky starts doing her walk, and she is like pulling herself up and standing and stuff like that, and she's crawling good, but she's just about ready to walk. And yeah, I want to see Punky stumbling around with a brown paper bag on her bottle. That'd be awesome. ETA 5 miles, right? 5 mics out. Hoo-ah. Oh, man. It was a long day. It was a long day. Got up at 4 this morning. Couldn't really get back to sleep. Then finally I crashed after the alarm went off. And because I was off today. I set it for a little bit later. Couldn't get back to sleep, and then I crashed after the alarm. Like, go figure. But still got up, hauled ass, did all my stuff, came back, did some more stuff. You know what really sucks is when you have stuff and you keep getting more stuff, and then you got to rid of stuff, and then you got to sort through stuff, and then reorganize stuff, because everything is a good idea, and the good idea fairies just drop all kinds of stuff on you. Like, hey, here you go. Have one of these. Have 20 of these. Hey, you're like into like survival stuff. Here's like all these things. Hey, you're like into prepping and you use stuff with like electronics and stuff. Here's all this. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. Like, I have a whole thing of like varied sizes of heat shrink in the cave. I very seldom do any type of electronic soldering or anything like that, or electronics repair in the cave anymore. I don't. I do it out in the garage. But for some reason, I had it in the cave. Mando, much love to you, brother. I'll be talking to you, man. Good to see you in here, buddy. Always good to see you. Yee! Yep. It's been a day. And I get to go back to school tomorrow. Yippee. Not looking forward to it. Yeah, and guys, his @ is frackin' awesome. Because he used to work on a frack pad. So it says frackin' awesome. Oh, man. Well, once the wife gets home, I'm going to pull these stakes and end this live. Because these suckers are... Oh. 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 Honestly, Saintly, yes. Yes. Every time tell yourself you're doing the machine gun thing, do it. Do it. Do it. Don't be voluntold. Just do it. Just do it. That's the way. That's the way. I haven't had to say it yet. I haven't. I mean, I probably should have earlier, but I didn't. Just in case there's anybody sensitive out there. And apply this disclaimer to the beginning of this live stream. Get your butt cheeks tight. Yeah. Get them tight today. Break out your pucker powder if you need to. Okay, now I've said it. Apply that to the entire live stream. Grandfather carved wooden animals. Oh, that'd be cool. I had a great uncle that he was a painter. He did paintings of birds. He loved birds, and he was always doing paintings of birds. Thankfully, my mom was able to get one of his paintings, and it's of the bald eagle. So, yeah. This guy, I'm taking that painting. I don't care what anybody else says. They can suck it from behind. Yeah. Disastrous. Good to see you, brother. And Lark is back. Welcome back. I'm running on borrowed time here. Running these stakes down. For those of y'all that are just joining. This is what I'm... Sister Krista, good to see you, sister. But yes, this is what I'm doing here. Got some T-busies going. Yeah. Yeah, doing that meat again. And that meat was supposed to be for, well, I was going to get more, obviously. But the Bama fellas were going to be here today. But sadly, they couldn't. But we're still doing steaks today in their honor of completing the Modern Minuteman Sear Challenge. So stay tuned to that. You never know who may end up going and doing that with the modern Minuteman. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, it is freaking hot out. I mean, I'm out here in sleeveless. Shameless plug. Justin Lark tattoo. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Shameless plug for Lark. Oh, he is so super sensitive. When he kicks in his sensitive side, we just call him Justine Lark, super sensitive. I'm playing, bro. We know it's more like Justin Lark, and I'm sensitive. Ugh. I'm a moron. Y'all know this. Little girly man. Jimmy Schweitzer, thanks for joining. Meow. We say, oh, around here. What are we smoking? I will show you what we're smoking. It be's a 3 of the T-bones, my friend. 3 of them T-bones. Local grown, local raised, local butcher. Love them. Pound for pound, the best freaking steaks. These are the exact same steaks as what Lark had. He can attest. They are delicious. They are not for the faint of heart. They will make you a man. They will put testosterone in your body. They will do the things. No mistakes here. You damn right. You damn right. Especially when you're wearing the Marpat hat and drinking a double broken heels from New Trail, weighing in at 9.2 horsepower. Dude, they had ribeyes. They were bone-in ribeyes. I think they were going for like $9.99 a pound. I wanted to get New York strips. Saintly, go do that school. Enjoy. Be safe, brother. We'll be talking to you, man. But the ribeyes, I wanted to get ribeyes, but I was like, no. The girls probably wanted like New York strips. So I went to get New York strips. And I always do about like 1.25 inch cut on the smoker for the New York strips. Well, lo and behold, they did not have New York strips. What they did do is they gave me T-bones for the price that the New York strips were on sale for like $8.49 a pound or something like that. And the T-bones were actually like $11 a pound or something. So I got the better steak for the cheaper price, so I went with the T-bones, which is what I made for Lark. Gen X, we did miss you, dude. We did miss you. It wasn't the same without you, man. It was not the same without you. Huh. Was not aware of that, Disastrous. Was not aware. I learned a thing. I learned a thing here thanks to Disastrous. Yeah, I mean, T-bones, the price of T-bone up here has been like about $9.50 to $10. Then they went up to 10 something, then they went up to 11. Then I got them for $9.99 a pound. So, yeah. If they don't keep playing with the screw worm shit. Kill off all the beef and taint it all. And I said taint. Yeah, taint it all and make it so we can't consume our beef. So we have to get the lab grown stuff because Bill Gates needs to get his money. Did y'all? Okay, I'm going to go there. So get your butt cheeks tight. Get them tight today. If you need pucker powder, you know where to get it. Help unclench those cheeks. Make it just glide, right? So did y'all catch The Orange Man. Y'all catch the Orange Man. Losing it. Turning bright freaking red and losing it on that NBC, like, Meet the Press reporter chick. Like, he just, like, goes, I mean, he just went off, drops his mic and, like, leaves because she asked a question that he wasn't comfortable answering because he knew he was caught. Oh my God. Go check it out. It's all over Twitch right now. It's hilarious. T-bones there at $18.99 a pound. God, good God, that's a lot of money. Whew. Yeah, we're sitting, I think, with our T-bones, they were like 11, something like 11.39 a pound or something. And it's all local grown here, so within about 15 miles of where I live. $3.50. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Tell you what, I give you 25 cents and you let me chew on a Slim Jim. Anybody remember that from Living Color? Ribeye $16.99. Oh my God, 16 pounds. Oh. Yeah, the bone-in ribeyes here today were like $9.99 a pound. I having pizza for dinner. Dude, I had a sub for dinner last night. Oh my God, it was so good. Dude, Gates, that little nerd, he got a pie in the face years ago and he should have got a freaking claymore in the face. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Shouldn't have been a pie. It should have been a claymore. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let me try and flip this here. Look at this. Look at that. Watch. Oh yeah, Daddy. Oh. Fucking hilarious. And it's like, it's squishy. They're not overdone. They're squishy. See, guys, I'm not butchering the steaks. I'm not burning them to a crisp. They're still squishy. Had somebody say one time, like, oh my God, you like completely char your steaks. I'm like, no, I don't. They're squishy. They're delightful. They are delightful. Take them in and let them rest. And I don't know if y'all heard Mags. Lady walked up the street. He's always got to tell us people are walking by. Yeah, they're done. Like, I just have it on just to keep them warm. No, I'm also a rare steak kind of guy, but I have two females I'm feeding here that like medium rare. So those are actually medium rare. I've just, for all this time I've been on here, ever since I seared, they've just been keeping warm. Just got a good sear, got some good flaminess on there, a little bit of char. Oh, that char, and I put African smoke seasoning on those. I do salt. I do, to be specific, I do the gray Celtic sea salt. I do fresh ground pepper. I do garlic powder, and then Trader Joe's African smoke. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, disastrous. If I'm doing fillets, they are freaking rare. They are freaking rare. I'm hitting them with a freaking... You want to know how I do my freaking fillets? Right? Just sear them up good and the rest, we good to go. Cut them with a spoon. Yeah. Yeah, I like mine rare or medium rare, depending on the cut. If it's filet, I'll go rare. If it's a T-bone, mine is generally more rare than the girls. If I'm doing a strip, mine's more rare. If I'm doing a ribeye, mine's more rare. If I'm doing a porterhouse, mine's more rare. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Disastrous. I'm totally there with you. I just cook them like this because it's a happy medium for the family. But if nobody's home and I'm the one cooking for me, like if I'm out back on the fire pit and I'm not up here on the smoker, yeah, mine are just like flame kissed. Make sure it's like kissed on the outside, a little tiny bit of char because I like that flavor, that smoky char flavor. I like that, a little bit of it. But then the inside, it's got that cool red center. Oh, delightful. Absolutely freaking delightful. I don't necessarily go cold red center, but I go cool red center. I'll put it that way. The cold red center, I had somebody give me some steaks to put on one time, and I went to go rare on mine like that with the cool red center, the cold red center, as you said. And it was still frozen in the middle. I was like, ooh. Oh, we know what you meant, Robert. You can't go wrong with back straps. They're delightful. Flour, salt, pepper, fried in butter. Oh my God. It's like popcorn, man. Just keep shoveling that shit in. The black strap. Robert loves his black straps. Pull off that belt. So I ordered some new flags for the house because I generally, I'll try and flip this around here if it doesn't kick me out again. That rolled up right there is a Sons of Liberty flag. The joiner guy with the severed snake and all stuff. Yeah. I always fly the Sons of Liberty flag. I also fly a all black American flag upside down. No quarter given and nation in distress. I ordered new flags and new holders and all that stuff. So I will be having new flags installed on my house here within the next week. Yeah. I cannot wait to get those damn flags up. My house looks naked without them on there. Going through and we went and like I overseeded stuff from like the girls. We only have spot for like 4 vehicles on our driveway. So my truck and then the Jeep. Like got my truck, got my Jeep. Then the wife parks like back here and we have one space for like a visitor. Well, then my daughters have to park in the yard, in the front yard. Kate used to park over to the left and Em to the right here, right in front of the house. If y'all hadn't heard, Kate just got married and she got her own damn house now. So she parks in her driveway, not my yard. So I went through and I raked up a little bit and threw down seed to overseed everything to cover up the ruts and stuff. Eventually, I'd like to put a little bit wider or better driveway in here. Might be a redneck, right? I know. Guilty. But anyway, yeah, I threw some overseed down before the rain hit yesterday, and thank God it stuck and it didn't wash away. Guys, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Here comes Sergeant Major. Yeah, she's backing in right now. So that means I got to go because I got to make my family eat what I made. I am in PA. I am in PA. I am out towards the Pittsburgh side of things. And there they are. There they is. There they is. Beef. It's what's for dinner. right? Come say hi before I go. No? Okay. She's going in the house. So anyway, guys. Motion detected in my front door. No shit. Rain here all day, only get a few sprinkles. Krista, you guys are going to be getting them dust storms here before too long. And then boat races and all that kind of shit. Dude, we have an amazing, mighty Navy here. There are tons of people around here that have Salt Life stickers on their vehicles. You know they're legit. They're legit because they got a Salt Life sticker. What, like salt like they put on the roads? To like, get rid of the ice and the snow? That's the only Salt Life we got up here in the mountains. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I am literally going to take this steak and I'm going to put it inside of me. Not in a weird way. I'm going to eat it. Sick, twisted freaks. Fire season already started out there. Oof. Yeah, that fire season out there is no bueno. It's no good. I was out there during like the Dayton complex fire. That was terrible. I was actually up in Dayton installing satellite on a place, like standing up on a ladder, screwing down a mast and getting ready to tune in a dish. And like over like 1,000 yards away, I see like little trickly fire, like little tiny little pee-pee fire on a line coming in. I'm like, are you worried about that? He's like, that's why we're running sprinklers. I'm like, gotcha. Holy shit, Badger's been on fire a lot. Wow. I shouldn't be shocked that Badger's caught fire. I could say things, but I won't. Guys, this has been amazing. This has been awesome. I am thankful that you guys joined me for this like last hour and 20-ish minutes, maybe, while I did the steaks and just let them stay warm. Didn't fire them up. I just seared them off good and I just let them be warm. This thing's just basically been circulating warm air this whole time while I've been talking to you guys and drinking a beer. But I'm going to get to that dinner in there with that beautiful lady. And I will be with you guys soon. I've been tossing around doing my content videos and stuff, but my God, I get stuff done. I make dinner. She makes dinner. We eat. We chill. We go to bed. Wash, rinse, repeat. Y'all know how life is, right? Any weasel. I hope you guys have a great week, a great night, a great morning for the replay crew. Whenever y'all watching this, make sure you're doing the things and hitting the subscribe and all the bells for notifications, for all notifications, not just personal notifications that the algorithmic overlords want you to see when they want you to see it. So guys, until then or the next time, metal out.